Today I'm with Nick from Old Average Bits Gaming and it's time for a 40k battle report. Nick speaking and welcome to this video. Right, today I am here with another Nick from Old Average Bits Gaming.
Great to be here, thank you very much for inviting me.
You're most welcome. And we are having a great day of 40k because we are going to be playing 2 games. It's going to be awesome, I can't wait. So thanks Nick for coming down. So the first game, which is going to be on my channel, is going to be Necrons versus Tzeentch Daemons.
Indeed.
And then we're going to have a second game, which is going to be Necrons versus
Imperial Knights.
The second game is going to be featured on Nick's channel, so I'm going to link you up to his channel in the description below. Make sure you check it out. It's got some great content on his channel and you should definitely be subscribed. Now that game on Nick's channel is going to be my Assault Necron list, my tournament list against Imperial Knights. And it's basically going to be a practice game for me because I've never faced Imperial Knights.
Absolutely. You asked me to bring these Knights down because it's something you don't get to play very often.
Yeah.
They are sort of a relatively recent codex, so I think almost definitely the challenge. Yeah, the challenge there is going to be something different for you. So.
Yeah, definitely. So make sure you go and check that out because I think that's going to be an awesome game. However, first we are going to play your Tzeentch Daemons. And this is one of your tournaments that you're going to.
It is. Technically it's not a tournament, it is a campaign, so it's called Dark Zones. It's hosted at Warhammer World, so the home of 40k, at the back end of September. So there are 22 of us from our local gaming area all going. So we all scrabbled for tickets. It's based over 3 sets of tickets, so you either go as Imperium, Chaos or Invaders, which covers every Xenos race basically. It's a narrative based campaign. Starting on a Friday night with an optional 3,000 point game. Goes through a couple of 1750s, a couple of combat patrols, and then sort of finalises in the narrative. So it's very narrative, shouldn't be too meta tournament like, but I'm sure a few people like that will appear. So I've taken a sort of a relatively fluffy 1750 screamerish list, led by Magnus.
Okay.
To my shame. But it's Magnus and his demons, right? So there's no Heretic Astartes, it is all squishy demons, all led by Magnus. Okay,
and for this game, I am playing something totally different. I've been playing Necrons, obviously, for quite a few months without any guns. So I thought I'd go the opposite. So I've gone for quite a themed list. I limited myself to only Tesla guns in the army. Only Tesla guns and no other shooting attacks. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at those lists and get the game on. But before we go and have a look at the lists, if you want to keep up to date with the wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss a video. So let's have a look first at the Necron army.
Necrons!
Okay, so here is my 1750 points Necron list, and this is a themed list. The theme is Tesla guns only. I wasn't allowed any other shooting attack that didn't shoot with Tesla. So I have a battalion detachment. I'm going to be using the Necronic dynasty, giving me the ability to advance 6 inches without rolling for it. And heading up the battalion detachment is my Overlord with a Warsigh. He is my Warlord, and he's got the Warlord trait Immortal Pride. So auto morale within 6 inches for any infantry units and deny 1 target power per phase. The artifact that I've taken is Veil of Darkness, allowing me to teleport across the board once per battle. Then I've got a second HQ, a Lord with a Warsigh. He's going to let me reroll the 1s to wound. And then I've got my 3 troop choices, Immortals with Tesla carbines. I've got 2 units of 9 and 1 unit of 10. And then I've got my fast attack slot, 8 Tomb Blades with Tesla carbines. They also have Veins, giving them a 3+ save. Next I've got my heavy support choice, 2 single Annihilation barges. They've got the twin Tesla destructors and underneath they've got the Tesla cannons. And next is my flyer, which has 2 Tesla destructors. And finally, I've got a Lord of War auxiliary detachment, my obelisk, which has 4 Tesla spheres, so 20 strength 7 shots with the Tesla ability. Just in case you're unaware, with Tesla, if you get a 6 on a roll to hit, you get 2 extra hits. However, they have no AP and they only do 1 point of damage. It's all about volume of dice. I'm going to be using the Overlord's ability of My Will Be Done to give me +1 to the hit rolls, and I'm going to use my stratagem allowing me to do that on 2 units. So definitely a shooty army, so let's find out what this army is going to be up against. Okay, so this is the army I'm facing, Tzeentch Daemons. So Nick, what have you got?
Well, we start with the big man himself. So we've got Magnus the Red in all his crowning glory, and he's brought his little boys of demons with him today. So I'm running 3 detachments. So we've got the super heavy detachment, is it, for Magnus. Then we have a battalion detachment, which consists of the Demon Prince with malefic talons and wings. Then we have a Herald over here as well, that's the second HQ, running 3 troops. So 1 troop is 30 Pink Horrors, and then 2 troops of 12 Brimstone Horrors. And then we have the sort of fast attack detachment going on, which is 3 squads of 5 Screamers. Unfortunately, I did forget to bring 6 of them with me, so we are just proxying with some invisible bases going on here. And they run with another Herald, which is on the Fate Skimmer version, so he can keep up with his Screamer buddies. And then just to fill the points out, there are 4 Flamers as well.
Excellent. Well, that is an awesome looking army, I have to say. I'm really looking forward to this game. So we're going to roll off, find out what the mission is and deployment, and we will be back with more. Okay, here we go. Necrons and the demons are facing off. We've rolled for the mission. It's Big Guns Never Tire, and we're on Vanguard Strike deployment. Over here we've got the demons with all of their demons. I can't remember all of the names, so I'm not even going to say them. Running across the edge of the board. No guns. Some psychic powers, but no guns. Facing off against my shooting army just over here. So we've got 1 objective in that building. I've got my Annihilation Barge on there with the obelisk, and then the Tomb Blades just there. And in the building we've got another objective where I've got all of my troops on, apart from 1 squad of Immortals that are on the Night Scythe just deployed over there. The other objectives, we've got 1 just on the out rim of the Demons deployment zone, and the last objective is in the central position just there. Okay, so I finished deploying first, so I'm going to get +1 to the dice roll to see who goes first. So we are going to have a roll off. Are you ready for this? No. So Demon's going to go first, unless seize the initiative.
Here we go.
Here we go. Come on, we need this, boys. Come on. 6. Oh, 1. Oh.
It's nearly a 6.
Okay. So it's definitely going to be Demons turn 1. I'm not looking forward to this, I have to say. Those Screamers over there can move incredibly fast.
All it means is I'm going to be in gun range a lot quicker for you, surely.
Surely. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Okay, so turn 1 for the Demons. Okay, so turn 1 for the Demons. So as expected, everything pretty much is charged forward with the exception of the Brimstone Horrors, who are holding back to take the objectives. Magnus, after using some psychic powers, I did manage to deny Smite with my Warlord trait, but he did get his invulnerable save off, and then got into my Tomb Blades. My Tomb Blades almost wiped the unit out. I've got 1 guy left. I did the auto pass using 2 command points to stop First Blood and hopefully revive a few with RP. Over this side of the table, these things here all moved up to basically getting into a position to assault next turn. A few psychic powers went off, well, one did over here, which was Smite, and smited out 2 Immortals. And that was pretty much it for turn 1 for the demons. So we're going to move to turn 1 for the Necrons, but first of all we've got some RPs to do. Okay, so first of all, 7 RPs on the Tomb Blades. Let's try and get some of these back up. We've got 2 back up, not too bad. Okay, and then we've got 2 Immortals. Let's see if we can get those up. No, they haven't come up. Okay, I'm going to move now, if I'm going to move, and then I'll go into the shooting. Okay, so Necron moving phase. All I did was fell back with the Tomb Blades from Magnus, and I moved the Night Scythe just over there. Everything else pretty much stood still. Just used a command point to use the Gravitic Singularity on this thing, allowing me to do the mortal wounds on a 4+ for any unit with the fly special rule. And there's quite a few units, so let's roll for it. Okay, so Magnus first.
Yep.
Yep. On a 4+, he gets a 4. So D3 mortal wounds, 2. 2 mortal wounds on him. And then the Demon Prince, just over there, going to do that one, a 5. So yep, D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds on him. And then the squad of Screamers just up over there. So let's roll this. A 3, nope, not on those. And then the second squad of Screamers is just there. So, nope, nothing for them.
Well, you're getting all the good stuff and leaving all the
well, I'll try my best. Yeah. Anything else with the fly special rule?
Were they in range of the Flamers? Because they can fly as well.
The Flamers are, but not the ones at the back there. So, we'll do the Flamers then. Okay, so we need a 4, a 2, no. Okay, so we're now going to go into the actual shooting. Okay, so shooting phase. I think pretty much all of my units over this side of the table are going to be shooting into Magnus. I'm assuming I'm going to need all of the guns, we will see. And these guys over here, which I've done double my will be done with a stratagem, are going to shoot over in this direction. First of all though, the big guy, Magnus. Going to start off with the obelisk. So we've got 20 Tesla spheres. So let's get the shots out. We are looking for some 6s. There's quite a few 6s there. Okay, so I had 7 misses and I gained 10 extra hits from the Tesla. So strength 7, toughness 7. We need 4s. Right, let's count those 4s up. How many was that? Did you say, Nick?
14.
14 wounds on Magnus. He does have his 3 up invulnerable save that he really doesn't need. Okay, here we go.
My dice are broken, by the way.
Are they?
As in, they always roll 1.
So just confirm then, the skull is a 1.
Skull is a 1, the serpent is a 6.
Right, okay, here we go. I see a couple of skulls, 4 or 5 skulls, and a 2.
Skulls in there.
And a 2.
And a 2.
That's 6 wounds, yeah?
That is 6 wounds.
6 wounds, I'll take that. Okay, so let's...
I am going to use a command point.
Oh, go on then.
One of those.
Yeah, go on, go for it.
Yeah. So 5 wounds.
5 wounds and another command point gone. You've got, what, 5 left, yeah?
Yeah. 5 left.
5 left. Okay, so continuing to shoot. Okay, so Tomb Blades. Let's see what they can do after spending 2 command points to keep them alive. Here we go. We need 3s. Looking for 6s. No 6s. Okay, so 3 hits. Strength 5. I'm going to need 5s to wound him. A triple 6. How about that?
You didn't tell me that you got loaded dice in this place.
It's green dice, you see. Green dice. There's 2 wounds. Two wounds.
Magnus is going down.
Okay, continuing on, let's do an Annihilation Barge. Okay, so Annihilation Barge on Magnus. The red ones are the small guns underneath. The green are the big ones. So we've got a couple of 6s. Okay, so we've got 10 hits from the big gun, a couple from the small gun. We're going to need 4s on the green dice and 5s and 6s on the red. Okay, so 5 saves on Magnus.
Yay!
All saved. Slightly better rolling. Okay, so we're going to repeat that with my second Annihilation Barge.
Keeping those dice out. These dice work.
They're good, are they?
Yeah.
You sure you haven't worn them out?
That first batch that rolled all them 1s, yeah, that's no good.
He needs to survive, does he? I think he probably will. Okay, he's got 8 wounds left. I've got 1 Annihilation Barge targeting him. Nothing else can hit him, so I need some 6s. Let's do this. That's a drop seat. Alright, here we go. 1, 6 and a couple of 2s. That isn't a great roll. Okay, so here are the wounds. We need 4s on the green, 5s on the red. We've got 1 from the red and 3 from the green, so 4 saves in total.
At least he's going to live.
Oh, three more wounds.
Puts him down to 5.
Okay. That's not bad, that's not bad.
That is not bad, but
I think potentially, yeah, if I'd had these guys actually physically been able to see him, I probably would have been able to have taken him down with my whole army shooting at him. Oh, I've just remembered. One more twin. No, it's not a twin, it's 2 single. Two single Tesla cannons. Okay, let's do this.
Rip Magnus.
We've got 4 from one, 4 from the other. Totally forgot about that guy over there. I think you were sneakily.
I would have reminded.
Okay, here we go. So we need 3s. Looking for 6s. I've got 2 6s. The 1s and 2s miss, so we get 4 extra dice back. Strength 7. 4s. I'm very happy that Magnus isn't strength 8. Toughness 8, because that would make a big difference. 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 saves. He's got 5 wounds. Oh, Yahtzee! I can feel a Yahtzee coming.
A Yahtzee. And you're looking for 5 1s.
5 1s or 2s. 1s and 2s will do. Oh! Are you sure that isn't the one? The zeros.
That's nearly a Yahtzee, though. I mean, if I re-roll these and get 6s, right?
Yeah.
Take 1.
1 wound. Okay, so he's down to 4. So at least I've crippled him. Okay, so let's get to shooting over this side of the board, because this side here is just as dangerous. They are definitely going to be into my immortal blob just here, unless I sort them out. Okay, so the immortals are first of all going to target this screamer unit here. So they've got my will be done, so it's +1 to the dice. So we're basically hitting on 2s, 5s and 6s generate 2 extra d6. Okay, so I missed with 2 guns, however I generated 18 extra shots from the Tesla. So what toughness are they? 4. Toughness 4, strength 5, so we need 3s now. Okay, there's a few 1s and 2s, but a good amount of wounds. Okay, so we've got 16 wounds on the Screamers. They've got 2 wounds each, and a 4+ invulnerable save.
That will kill 1, that will kill 2, that will kill 3.
3 dead. Okay, I was hoping to wipe the whole units out, but I might have to split fire with the second unit. Let me have a quick think. Okay, a quick think. I want first blood, so I'm going to shoot everything at these 2 guys. So here we go. Same thing again. These are double my will be done. So lots of 6s there, a few 5s. Okay, so the same result as last time. 2 missed and 16 Tesla extra shots. Okay, so we need 3s. Okay, so this time I managed to do 20 wounds, so we've got 16 dice here. Nick's not expecting them to survive, there's quite a few skulls.
3, 4, there we go.
Okay, there you go, so first blood. Okay, so that was the end of my turn 1. I didn't assault, of course. So we're going to move into Demon's turn 2. Let's see if the reserves come in. Okay, so turn 2 for the Demons, and the reserves did come in. So a massive squad of 30 pink horrors came down here. They split fire, 20 of them with a huge amount of shots. I think it was 60 shots in total, shot at my Tomb Blades and did 1 wound. The other 10 shot at my Annihilation Barge, taking off 2 wounds, I believe it was. Yep. And then Magnus, who's now crippled quite badly, he's on this lower tier, moved over here and assaulted this. He did do 4 wounds from Smite before assaulting it. He's taken him down to 8 wounds on the obelisk. In the meantime, from Overwatch, I managed to lose a wound here, and he managed to lose a wound from the assault, so he's down to 2 wounds. Pretty successful, but over this side, not quite so successful. So, as predicted, these guys all got into assault. I've got 1 immortal squad down to 1 immortal. Thank you for my auto morale from my Lord trait. The other units there, I lost 3 immortals. I did kill one of these screamers and put a wound onto the other one in the assault phase. Other things to note is the Demon Prince flew all the way over here, tried to smite my flyer, however got a double one and lost 3 wounds, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 wounds. And then he lost another wound to Overwatch. So he's down to 2 wounds. However, he did do quite well against my Night Scythe, and my Night Scythe is now down to 4 wounds. So that was the Demon turn 2. So we're going to move in now to Necrons turn 2. Okay, so turn 2 for the Necrons. A big turn for me, to be fair. A lot happened. So first of all, the Tomb Blades. I managed to reanimate 2 of them. I then moved and advanced them up onto the top of the building here. The Immortals here disembarked from the Night Scythe, which moved over there. And then the Immortal shot into the Demon Prince, killing him quite swiftly, as the Tomb Blades shot into these little brimstone things. I did kill quite a few, and some died in morale. There's 3 left. And then over this side of the table I used the Veil of Darkness, teleported these Immortals with the Overlord. After doing RP and getting a good amount of Immortals back, I also got a good amount of Immortals back over here as well. However, I lost some more in the assault. The Immortals, which were just here, shot into the Screamers, killing them all. The Lord is just standing there. Now my main objective, of course, was to kill Magnus. I did my gravity pulse using the stratagem and also a command point to re-roll the dice, and I failed to take Magnus out with the mortal wounds. I had to shoot him. It took both annihilation barges to kill him, but he finally went down. That left me with the obelisk. So we've got 30 guys here. I could have shot into them, however I don't think I'm going to be able to kill all of these at the moment. The barge is probably quite vulnerable with this objective here. So I decided I'm just going to ignore this side of the table and concentrate on this side of the table. And that's what I did. So I shot the obelisk into the blue horrors, I think they're called, killing 2 of them, so just 1 blue horror left. And that was my turn 2. So we're going to swiftly move on now to turn 3 for the demons. Okay, so turn 3 for the demons. So these guys here with quite a number of shots. Split fire, shot into my annihilation barge, easily took that out, it didn't explode. The rest of the shots shot into my obelisk, but did no damage. Over this side of the table, these little guys here just hid as best they could behind that obelisk. In the meantime, these guys got off of the objective, up onto the top rails of the building, and assaulted my Tomb Blades. I lost 1 Tomb Blade that was on 1 wound, and killed a couple of these guys, I think from Overwatch actually. And then over this side of the table, this little blob here sorted out my Immortals, took the whole unit out from Smite. In the meantime, that freed up the units to assault, so assaulted my Lord and wiped the Lord out. This thing up here clambered up the building, took 3 wounds off my annihilation barge, and I did no wounds in return. Bearing in mind we're playing big guns never tire. The demons have no heavy supports, and I have 2, the annihilation barges, so this is prime target. Okay, so that was the turn 3 for demons. We're going to move in now to turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, so Necron turn 3. Once again, I did some RPs, managed to get a Tomb Blade back, but that was about it. So, time to try and mop up. So I moved the Tomb Blades out of assault, and they shot into these brimstones just down here, killing them all. In the meantime, the Immortals shot into this big squad of 30 guys, killed a fair few of them, and a fair few also died from morale, leaving these just here. I moved my obelisk just into the central position, and then I concentrated pretty much everything on these remaining units. So a tactical amount of shooting in terms of distances to make sure that I also killed the HQ, and I managed to kill everyone from shooting. So the demons just have these few guys left here and these few guys left here. They have managed to get 1 point for killing an annihilation barge, but that's pretty much it. So we are going to call the game here. It's going to be a Necron victory. In the meantime, we are going to go table up and have a quick chat about the game. Okay, so there you go. That is the game over.
Thank God it is over.
Very interesting matchup. I have to say, I was pretty scared of your army at the beginning. Very fast, assaulty.
It is pretty quick, especially with warp timing Magnus. Screamers moving 16 inches, they're pretty horrific. Didn't get a chance to fly over anything though because of your clever positioning, so I didn't get to inflict as many mortal wounds as I liked. I whiffed quite a few dice rolls, let's be honest.
Yeah, you certainly did, yeah.
Made a couple of tactical errors. Should I have sent Magnus the way I sent him? Debatable. But you either get him in and get him killing things, or he just gets shot and dies before he does anything.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, what else is he going to do?
Exactly.
I mean, that's what he's there for, isn't it?
He can't really buff that many demon units, really.
No.
So the heralds were there to buff the demons, and he was there just to buff himself and throw himself forward, mainly at the obelisk. And he did give it a good go.
Yeah.
Had he been on a couple more wounds at the time of the charge, he would have probably ripped that from the sky, but alas, I whiffed an awful lot of 3+ saves, but that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, and of course my army is specifically designed for volume of dice as well, and I did get quite a lot of dice through.
Yeah, so a lot of strength 5 versus my toughness 4 is easy wounding, and I've got a 50-50 save on everything.
Yeah.
And volume of fire, lots of 6s, lots of Tesla, and 50-50s will eventually be less than average.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've had that list sort of smouldering, could you say, in the background for quite some time. I'm waiting for my buddy to start playing again, and it's been there, so I've had that list for about a couple of months. Originally 1800 points, obviously we dropped it down slightly.
Yeah.
But I actually quite enjoyed playing that list. I thought it was quite good fun. Obviously it does lack any AP. I could take the Dynasty to give me the extra AP, but I think it's all about volume of dice, and actually being able to advance the 6 inches was quite useful.
Very
here
useful,
and there.
yeah. You did make use of that a good couple of times, and the AP would have made no difference against this particular army.
No.
Maybe against Marines or something similar, it'd have a more of an impact, but volume of fire, and I can't really shoot back.
No.
I was running 3 smites. Okay, it's a Magnus smite, which is quite good, but effectively 3 smites. And
So after turn 1, I must admit I was thinking I'm not going to have enough units here. I thought you were going to cover the board, cover the ground. But I had quite the pivotal turn for me was turn 2.
It was
where I did quite a lot of movement. Obviously killed a couple of big guys, the Prince and Magnus. And I suppose once those had gone, it was just keeping my distance and just shooting.
Yeah,
just
it's not as if your army's slow. I mean, the bikes are quick.
Yeah.
The Night Side is quick. Then you can veil of darkness away from trouble. Tactically was quite good. The really exciting bit for me was down here with the shooting.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see that on camera, but you had to really carefully think about how you were going to apply your shooting in order to get through to the character who was being screened by 2 weakened units. So that was very clever.
Yeah. So brilliant. Well, I really enjoyed that, and I am looking forward to the next one, which, like I said, is going to be featured on your channel.
Indeed.
So there is a link up in that corner there. Go and check it out. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Hit my icon at the end of the video so you can keep up to date with the wonders of Warhammer 40k. Beam me up. Okay, so we're going to just wing this, and whatever happens, we won't mess it up.
Yeah, of course you won't.
No, okay. Today I'm with Nick from Old Average Bit Gaming, and we're going to play a 40k battle report. No, that's rubbish. We're not going to play a 40k. We're going to play a game of 40k.
We're going to play 2 games of 40k.
I need to say 40k battle report because that's the name of the title. Today I'm with Nick from Old Average Bit Game.
Can you not stop at the bit where it says gay?
Yeah. Right, okay.